Hello everyone, this is Stephanie Chase here with the All Elite Wrap-Up, bringing you the biggest AEW news from over the past few days. AEW CEO Tony Khan has been doing a lot of interviews over the past few days, leading to some very interesting quotes. First up, he appeared on the Dan the Bard Show. He said that he'd had a lot of AEW wrestlers coming up to him and saying that WWE had reached out to them to tamper with their contracts and ask them to break their contracts. He added that he was still able to put on good shows despite this alleged contract tampering. Tony also went on to say that it was a real war between AEW and WWE. Tony said it made it all the more interesting for wrestling fans because the most real, the most intense, and the most hatred in all of pro wrestling is that between AEW and WWE. He added, I think we truly hate each other, and I think it makes for really exciting TV and it makes for an exciting wrestling war. Tony then went on the John Chuckery Show and talked about whether or not he'd ever be an on-screen character. Tony said, I don't really want to be a character taking up a lot of time in the show. Tony described his appearances on AEW TV as being in a babyface role, making announcements, and also described the company as a babyface on the whole. He added, I don't think it's really my role to be out there trying to get heat. If we needed that or we were really up against it, maybe I would try that. But I don't think there's any need or any really demand for that. I think the way we're doing it now is very well. Another interesting interview that's come out over the past couple of days is Cody Rhodes, former AEW wrestler, on the MMA Hour. During this interview, he was asked about the infamous brawl out, yes, the post all out media scrum where CM Punk really spoke his mind. He talked about his relationship with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, saying that it was indeed tested by their differing opinions on pro wrestling, but he also talked about his relationship with CM Punk. He noted that they weren't really close, but he did have a good relationship with him, then said something else about how he would put CM Punk's dinner on his tab without CM Punk knowing. But speaking about the actual incident, he said, no heat on Punk, no heat on Matt, Nick, Kenny, or Tony. I was just bummed out when I saw it. That's not how we envisioned it, the spirit of AEW. If you ever lose that spirit, you're lost, and I think the spirit was gone in that moment, but it doesn't mean it can't get back. It was just a bummer. AEW, of course, aired Rampage on Friday night, and it averaged 375,000 viewers on TNT. That's down 7.6% from the previous week, and it's its lowest number total audience since December 2nd. Now, over in the all-important 18 to 49 demo, Rampage finished 28th on the cable charts with a 0.12 rating. That was up 9.1% from the previous week, and it matches Rampage's second lowest rating in the demo since December 9th. And of course, tomorrow night is AEW Dynamite, so let's take a look at what has been announced so far for the show. As usual, it is pretty packed. We are going to have a Texas Tornado match where Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli will take on Rush and Preston Vance. Then Mark Briscoe will be in action facing off against Josh Woods. In the women's division, Toni Storm will take on Ruby Soho and Britt Baker. We'll also have Hangman Page versus Kip Sabian. Orange Cassidy, The Acclaimed, and Billy Gunn will take on the team of Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. We have MJF being contractually obliged to appear. That was after last week when his match with Bryan Danielson at Revolution was made official. And we have a sit-down interview with Wardlow, and also a sit-down interview with Adam Cole, who's still preparing for his return to the ring. That's all from me for today. I'll be back again later in the week. Don't forget to subscribe to the PWTorch YouTube channel and turn on your notifications to make sure you never miss out when the latest video drops. Bye!